Yo, what is going on, guys? Mase here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this. Okay, but anyways, like you guys just saw, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make that insane 3-character build-up. So, sorry it took so long for the upload to come out. I've just been super busy and stuff, and yeah. But anyways, let's get right into it. I need to say one thing. It's the best to edit this on After Effects. So what you can do is you can render your clip, put it into After Effects, and then do all the roto brushing. I'll show you how to do all that stuff with all the presets. But if you're not on After Effects, you can just manually mask the character. It's going to be more difficult, but yeah. But let's just get straight into the tutorial. So what you're going to want to do, I already have my clip synced, and I'm going to have all the presets in the description below, as well with all the plugins you'll need. So what you're gonna do is to import my preset. Make sure you download it. Make sure you select your clip, press animation, apply animation preset, and here you're gonna find your presets. So I'm going to find it. It should be called Perfect Overedit Velocity Mase, and you're just gonna double click that to open it. And now you'll see time warp is added. It's a default effect inside of After Effects. If not, you can use Twixtor if you're on a different software. And you're gonna press U on the clip to bring up the keyframes. And you're gonna go to the beat drop of your song. You're gonna highlight all the keyframes, and you're just gonna move where this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th keyframe, and you're just gonna drag that so it snaps, and it should be perfectly synced. But what it basically is when the shotgun pulls out, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames back, add a keyframe, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames forward after the shotgun pulls out. 225 speed when the shotgun pulls out, and then like 10 frames before the beat drop, put it to 10, and then put this one to 10, and then this one 550, and this one at the end 230. That's basically the velocity, and it'll look something like this. But that's it. So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit, and once you do that, you're gonna want to split. So you're gonna press Ctrl+Shift+D to split on when the shotgun pulls out and on the end. So now you'll have like this. You can close out of your time warp, and what you're going to want to do is press Ctrl+D to duplicate the clip. And now we're going to make sure you're on full res. Make sure your timeline resolution is at full for this, and you're going to double click on the clip, and it should open up this new panel. And now this is where you're going to want to get out your roto brush tool. So for your roto brush, you're going to click up on this, and you're just going to zoom in here a little bit, and you can see this thing. And if you click, it'll say something like this. So framerate mismatch or footage with fields found for best roto, set the composition to 59.985 FPS. So what that's going to do is basically you're going to want to go to your composition, change your settings, and you're going to change it to whatever it says. So for me, it's 59.985 FPS. Press OK. Now it is going to mess some things up, but all you're going to have to do, you can just fix it. And don't worry, because we're going to change it back to 60 at the very end here. So once you do that, make sure you're on the first frame of when you can actually see. And you're just going to get out your roto brush tool and start clicking. And these pink things will appear. You can hold Control and drag up, and it'll make your size bigger. And all you're going to want to do is in spots like this, you can hold down Alt, and it'll turn red. And you just click there, and it'll get rid of it. So you do that, and then I'm gonna come back to you when I fully finish. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna fully mask out the character frame by frame. So once that's good, you want to make it as accurate as you can also. But yeah, I'll come back to you guys when I am done masking the whole character. But as you guys can see, I have now officially made it to the end of the build-up clip. And now what you're going to want to do is you can go back into your composition layer thing, I guess. And you can see, if you hide this layer, you can see that it is a pretty good mask. Actually, I rushed through this one, but you're gonna want to make it as good as you can. Like, as you can see, this one's a bit bad, but we're gonna fix all that up. So you can put your resolution back to whatever. I'm gonna have it at quarter, and then you can unhide that layer. And now what you're gonna want to do is we're gonna actually add all the effects on the character. Okay, but basically what you're gonna want to do is apply the preset I left down in the description. I don't know what it's called, I forgot, but you're just gonna apply it, and all you're gonna have to do is go to this edge colorize, change it to whatever color you want it to be. So for example, I want it to be like a pink, so just change all these colors to like a pinkish purple or whatever you want it to look like. So something like that, and as you can see, it's like pink and purple. And then for the rays, you're gonna go to the start and put the brightness to 0, go to 10 frames, change the brightness to 4, the length to like, you can turn it up to like 0.35, and then go to the edge colorize, go to the mocha, keyframe the mocha opacity at 1 at the start, go to the 10 frames, and you're gonna go put it to 0, and that'll fade in a little bit. And lastly, you're gonna add hue set bright, and keyframe the hue shift at the start, go to the very end, put it to 1, and now it'll do the rainbow thing, and it's super cool. And this is optional. You can add deep glow to make it look sick, and you're gonna want to make sure this is at the very top so it doesn't mess anything up. So like, as you can see, that's with the deep glow. Without, you choose which one you want to do. I think I'm gonna do with the deep glow, but just make the exposure at like 0.5 so it's not too much. But that's pretty good to me. So once you do that, you're gonna want to duplicate the clip 2 times. You're gonna go 1, 2, press Control D to duplicate it, and you're gonna name this the bottom one, or so you can name these layers. So I'm gonna name this one left, this one's gonna be right, and then this one's gonna be middle, and then this is gonna be our background. Make sure that one's the bottom. And now for the background, you can do whatever you want, but I'll have this preset in the description. It will be called for Roto Purple. I don't know, I just found it, but it's super good. And you can also add hue set bright on this too. So keyframe it, and you could go to the end and put it to 1. Now it'll kind of do a color change. It'll match it up. And so that'll be the background. And now we're gonna add, so leave the middle one normal, and you're gonna open up the positioning for the left and right. Just press P on your keyboard. And you're gonna keyframe the position at the start of the clips for both of them. You're gonna go to the end and keyframe them, and you're gonna go like 10 frames in, or 10 frames from the end, keyframe them again. And since this one's gonna be my left one, I'm gonna move the position over to the left. Probably like, you don't want them to be too big, too far away like that, or too close. So probably right there is a good spot, right about there. And we're gonna do the same thing with the opposite way. So just like that. That is like perfect. So once you do that, we're gonna graph these. So highlight all these keyframes, press F9 on your keyboard. If not, you can just right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease. And once you do that, you can go on any one. It doesn't matter what you do first, and click on any keyframe. Go to your graph editor, and you're gonna make sure you're in value graph. And here you're gonna right click, press separate dimensions. That's super important so you can actually graph. And you're gonna make sure you graph the X position, and it's gonna make them not Bezier again or easy. So there you go. Open up your graph editor, and here it's kind of hard to do, but you just need to mess around with the graph. But I recommend pulling this line to like pretty far, and then you're gonna pull this line pretty far again, so it'll kind of like right in the middle, it'll come out. And then for this at the end, you're just gonna move it just down a little bit. So it's you want to graph something like this, and it's gonna be reversed for this way. So you're gonna right click, separate dimensions. You can easily use all these again, and put the X position. You're gonna do the same thing but reverse it. So you're just gonna pull this one that way, pull that one that way, and then this one down here up. So it's basically a reverse graph of this. You just want to get it at the same speed. It doesn't have to be exact. If you want, you can leave the graph as it is. Like maybe it'll look better just as a normal graph. So do whatever you want, figure out good settings. I think I'm just gonna leave it normal. But once you do that, you're gonna import a couple more presets. So you're gonna make an adjustment layer above the whole buildup, and you're just gonna split it on both sides, start and the end. And once you're done with that, you can actually change your composition back to 60 FPS if you had to change it. So you can change it back to 60 FPS. All the stuff will go back to normal. And you can just fix all that. And these aren't going to be perfectly aligned. If not, you can just go like that. And for some reason my headset turned off. It's like if there's any black lines, it's fine. If your clip isn't like super low frame rate, then you should be good. But yeah. So once you add the adjustment layer, you can go to animation, apply animation preset, and in here you're gonna add the top layer, the shake plus black bars buildup top layer. And as you can see, the keyframes are gonna be a bit messed up. So to fix that, just move them all to make sure all the keyframes start at the start of the adjustment layer and go to the end, and just move them all. And then for the warp and the blur mode curves, you're gonna make sure you're gonna go to the end and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the warp second keyframe here and both of these right here. And then for the linear wipe, you're gonna go 10 frames from the start. Put these keyframes here. Go to the end. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure these keyframes are lined up and that keyframe's lined up. But your keyframe should look something like this. Okay, but basically I just rendered it out and it'll look something like this. And it's such a clean build-up. If you want, you can fade everything in. I'm not gonna fade it in just cause. And now for the impact. Okay, but once you're done with the build-up, you can add an adjustment layer on the impact, and you can split it where you want to end it and stuff. And once you do that, you're gonna add another preset. You can use any impact. I'm gonna leave this down in the description. It's called Best Overedit Impact. You could leave the keyframes how they are, and I'm gonna render it out and show you what it should look like. But yeah, that is basically what it looks like. You can add any pump sound effects and everything. But yeah, that is basically it for the tutorial. If you guys need any help, leave it down in the comments below or join my Discord server, link down in the description. All the presets and plugins you'll need will be also in the description. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace. I did not learn shit in that motherfucking class.